So I'm okay with the choice that I made, and we're gonna go with what Tumblr says here.
I had a look behind your curtain. Care to explain what all those things in that back room are?
Mr. Fordham, I was under the impression you could be trusted. Clearly, Albert was wrong about you.
Why are you keeping them out of view? What's their significance?
I don't like people invading my privacy, Mr. Fordham. You're no longer welcome in my home. Please leave.
But without me, your son won't get out of jail. Nobody else thinks he's innocent. Are you really going to put your pride over your son's life?
Oh.
And now you insult me? You're really something special.
Bite me.
I won't say it again. Get out.
All right. You go to hell then. Your son can rot in
Clearly
jail.
hit a nerve there, Fordham.
Yeah.
Rather suspicious, if you ask me. Perhaps her and Mr. Martin's religious practices aren't as innocent as they claim to be.
Exactly.
Well, I can't deny that the evidence against Mr. Martin is somewhat damning. If his mother was so sure of his innocence, she'd surely have explained what all those things behind the curtain were. I don't think Upton will appreciate being proven wrong. But like Fellows said, facts are facts.
Exactly. Didn't make a boo-boo joke because we found out some hot action information about her backdoor action. And that's what we needed. And we got the achievement, what can you tell me about voodoo? Okay, so now that we know that she's a shady being and she might not be as innocent as she thinks, or as she wants me to think she is, now we have to go try to play that angle.
Bon Bon's restaurant.
Bon Bon,
No
love that
chance
place.
to go there, but I hear their deviled eggs are simply to die for.
That's kind of a poor choice of words considering you're already dead. Oh, nice, Tumblr. You got a treasure map. I need to get out of here. This way. Let's go. So we're not allowed to go to her house anymore. Ah, she took it off the map. The jail. The Dupre Manor. Oh, and I never got tea. I was thinking that maybe I could have used the tea. Let's head over to the university and see if we can find Juliet. There she is.
Huh. It's as though we've journeyed to the tropics. I don't know how you can stand to keep that coat on in here.
Bonsai.
One of those cute little Japanese trees that are all the rage these days. Personally, I don't see how giving a tree a haircut is meant to be relaxing.
Ask Mr. Miyagi, he'll tell you.
Those flowers are definitely not native to this area. They seem to be thriving in their glass tubes, though. Quite the assortment of plants they keep in here. I wonder if they serve any purpose or are just meant to look pretty.
What's, find out from Juliet? Oh, what's
Judging
that?
from that pipe, that contraption must be used to keep the plants hydrated. But it looks like a giant earwax remover to me. I've never seen a flower grow that big. What do you suppose they're feeding them?
Okay.
Pardon the disturbance, but are you Juliet Montgomery?
I am. And you are?
Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator looking into the events surrounding your mother's attempted murder.
Ah, of course.
Have you got time to answer some questions?
Yes, that shouldn't be a problem.
Wunderbar. Tell me about your dead, alive mama.
Do you know anything about the events leading up to your mother's premature interment?
No, it was a complete shock. Mother seemed to be perfectly healthy and full of life. Then, without warning, she was dead. Or so we thought.
I take it you were glad to be wrong?
What a ridiculous question. Of course I was. What sort of heartless beast would celebrate their mother's death?
Oh, I could name a few. Juliet definitely didn't shed any tears over Madame Dupre, though. That much is obvious.
Miss Montgomery, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not going to assume you tried killing your mother just because you weren't upset by her death.
I felt terrible about it. You have to understand, I didn't want her to be dead. I just felt a sense of relief.
Yeah.
Please, don't think me a horrible person, Mr. Fordham.
I don't think
It's
me,
just that
you,
Mother and I aren't currently on the best of terms.
a horrible person. I think you need to improve your English skills if you're going to be in university. Holy smokes.
Why don't you and your mother get along?
We've never completely seen eye to eye on anything. She always disapproved of anything I did. When I was younger, she used to forbid me from speaking to the servants. I saw no harm in a kind word or smile, but she warned us that if we were too familiar, they would take liberties. Then when I declared my intentions to pursue academic studies, She really went livid. In her opinion, a university education was tantamount to a chastity belt. What sort of man would want a wife with a head full of useless facts, she'd say.
Personally, I've always found intelligence to be quite attractive.
I assume your mother didn't approve of your involvement with Mr. Martin?
A rather forward question, Mr. Fordham. But you're not mistaken.
Of course not.
I'm not sure how she managed to find out about Albert and me, but when she did, she nearly had a conniption. As I'm sure you can understand, the situation at home has been less than perfect in the last few months. I'd really rather not dwell on it.
All right, let's talk about your
You
servants.
mentioned you were friends with the servants.
Yes, that's right. I didn't care that they worked for us. Everyone needs a friend.
Did your mother ever mistreat them?
Mistreat? No, I wouldn't say so. She was always very stern, though, and quite cold. If they ever shirked their duties or misbehaved, they were punished, of course, but nothing out of the ordinary that I ever saw. Most of the servants are my friends, but I'm closest with Amelie, the kitchen maid. Mother wasn't too happy about that. Amelie's been around as long as I can remember. She's like the aunt I never had.
Yeah, you're the white dot on the map, Tumblr, so whatever direction you are away from the X, just fly that direction towards it. So if you're in the southeast corner, go to the northwest to get to it. Okay, Albert
Can you
Martin.
tell me about Albert Martin?
I'm not quite sure where to begin.
Tell me
Why
everything.
not start by telling me what your relationship with him was?
Yeah.
We met here at the greenhouse. He was working as an assistant, sweeping and cleaning and fetching things for the students. My focus was on academics, naturally. I wasn't too interested in romance. In fact, I've had to turn away nearly every single one of my classmates.
Oh.
But with Albert, I found myself intrigued. I noticed him stealing glances, lingering just a bit too long after bringing over a book or flask, sweeping the same patch of floor near me over and over again.
That's creepy.
It wasn't too long before I had him bringing me tools and equipment, regularly.
I see.
As I mentioned, Mother was an absolute terror when she found out.
Do you believe Mr. Martin did what he stands accused of?
I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem like him, but Albert can be quite passionate. If the police believe he's to blame, then they must have a reason for it. It wasn't any secret that he hated Mother. Perhaps I should have ended things sooner.
Maybe.
It was satisfying to know that Mother was displeased, but I never imagined it would lead to something like this.
Yeah,
Well,
me
it's
neither.
nice to see she's all heart.
And apparently a fine piece of ass. She's had to turn her away all her classmates. You know, if it's like university these days, there's like 30 to 60 students. Holy smokes.
So, you study botany. Fascinating subject.
Are you an admirer of plants, Mr. Fordham?
No, I hate
My
him.
wife has the green thumb in the household, but I do have a certain appreciation for them.
Plants are amazing things, just like people in many ways.
How do you mean?
They need attention and care. Ignore a plant, and it will wither. Give it too much attention, and it will become sick. Plants have many things to teach us, and I greatly enjoy learning from them.
Whoa. Now tell me about the
Do
aethericity.
you know anything about ethericity, Miss Montgomery?
You surprised me, Mr. Fordham. I had no idea someone of your profession would know or care about something like that.
That's racist.
I've found that it pays to be open-minded.
To answer your question, yes, I am familiar with the theory of ethericity. In fact, it's recently become a focus of my studies. Despite what the newspapers have been reporting, it's already possible to access it in small quantities from the air around us.
Whoa.
Have you conducted any experiments?
Yep.
No, my research has been purely theoretical. I don't have the means to do anything practical, I'm afraid.
Deceiver, dissembler, her trousers are alight. I can't understand why Juliet might not want to make her research public, though.
Let's talk about her brother. Her brother was awesome.
What can you tell me about your brother?
Andrew, Mama's precious little boy. If you've met him, you pretty much know all you need to. He's had the whole world handed to him on a silver platter. But he's in for a rude awakening someday. Mother can only provide for him for so long.
Yeah. Tell them about the
These
greenhouse
plants are
plants.
impressive. Are they yours?
Yes, I've developed a method to make them extra healthy and strong.
They're larger than anything I've ever seen. How do you do it?
But I can't reveal my secrets, Mr. Fordham.
Why not?
The world will hear about my discoveries soon enough.
Incidentally, do you know anything about Easter lilies?
No, I don't keep or grow those here.
All right, now tell me about those experiments you're doing at your
Miss
home.
Montgomery, please don't lie to me. I know you've been conducting experiments with ethericity. I've seen the room you're renting on Forest Lane.
What? But how?
I know everything. I wouldn't be... Uh-oh, so what do? We got 3 choices. We did find a spare key in her room, we can be honest. Or we could say her brother told me about the experiments. Or we could say I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't find these things out. I kind of almost want to err on the side of truth. Because that's what I would do. She might get mad. But like, you're snooping around my room? Like, well, shit, I'm a cop. What do you expect me to do? Yeah, I'm going with that.
I found a spare key in your room, enclosed in a letter from your landlady.
You went through my room?
Yeah.
For my private things? How dare you?
Put my hand
Part
in
of
your
my
underwear
job, Miss
drawer, too.
Montgomery. Now tell me about your experiments.
No, Mr. Fordham. I don't think I will. You had no right to go through my private documents.
Sure did.
And I'm not legally obligated to tell you anything. So kindly drop the subject before I decide to press charges against you for unlawful entry.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You forget who
touching.
you're talking to, dumbass.
Well, it's generally not a good idea to tell people you went through their things.
No more questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Yeah, well, I learned something about you, too. You're testy about your little thingy things that you did there. Where you killed your mother. I know she did it. Little snot. I don't think there's anything else we could do. So we've peeved off 2 people now? Yay. Okay. We can go back to the jail and talk to, what's his nuts? Hey.
Could I ask you some more questions, Mr. Martin?
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Ha 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 ha.
Albert, did you hate Madame Dupre?
The woman is cruel, sadistic, and bigoted. When she found out about my relationship with Juliet, she sent me a letter threatening to have me killed if I got near her house or her daughter. So yes, Mr. Fordham, I hated her. But even so, I love her daughter. I wouldn't be so cruel as to take Juliet's mother away from her, even if she hated her too.
I beg your pardon?
Juliet and her mother didn't get along at all. I never asked why, but it was obvious there was something going on.
Intriguing.
Ooh. See, now we know more
That's all
about
for now.
why she poisoned her own mama with the ether. Hey, dude.
He's watching you like a hawk.
Yeah, we better leave. We still can't do anything there. Let me go back here.
This quack hasn't gotten any...
Okay, wrong one. I wanted to go here.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Good.
That's it, I think.
No, I'm not gonna wrap up the case right now. How the hell could I do that? I'm gonna pin it on her husband or something and then be fired because I didn't get the thing right. Try here again. I doubt we're gonna be able to do anything, but
Good day to you all.
Afraid I... Please.
damn. Okay, it's jail, the Dupree Manor, and then back to my house. Ooh, you know what we can do? We can go back into here. We can talk to the lady in the kitchen. There's my best friend, Andrew. Love this guy.
I have some questions for you. Oh, goody.
Yay.
What can you tell me about your sister, Juliet?
I'm reminded of a famous quote, Mr. Fordham. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Let us part on good terms and avoid the subject altogether, please.
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you for yours.
Wow. I love my eccentric friend, Andrew. Let's go into the kitchen and talk to Amelie. She'll be able to help me out.
Pardon me, miss.
I told you I'm very busy, and I'll get in trouble if I'm caught speaking to you.
Amelie, please. I need to know what you know about Madame Dupre.
What? How did you know my name?
Juliet told me about you.
Miss Juliet.
Yeah.
Yes, I spoke to her at the university. She mentioned you two were friends.
Yes, that's right. She's always been so good to me.
Look, Amelie, I'm just trying to get some information. And I have a feeling you can be very helpful if you just let me talk to you.
You want me to?
All right, fine. But do it as fast as you can.
You want me to hit my cat, Joe? Slap the obnoxious git? Why would I slap my cat? That's not very nice, Joe.
Tell me about Madame Dupre.
Oh, I really shouldn't, sir.
It would greatly help my investigation if you did.
Madame Dupre was kind enough to hire me as her cook. It's hard to get jobs in the city. Lots of people want their servants to use those new machines. My sister's brother-in-law got half his leg blown off by one of those new ovens. He's lucky he wasn't killed. So I'm plenty happy working here doing real people's work. But madam, can be difficult sometimes.
I bet.
Difficult. What do you mean by that?
No, I said enough.
What do you know about Madame Dupre's supposed death?
All I can tell you is that whoever did it really hated her.
Do you know Albert Martin, the man accused of the crime?
No, I'm sorry.
Tell me about that lovely man, Andrew.
What can you tell me about Andrew?
He ain't so bad. Kinda spoiled, but he mostly cleans up after himself.
See,
Has
what a
whole
good boy.
private part of the house, but I think he only uses one room. Better for me. Way less to clean.
And what about Juliet?
What do you know about Juliet?
She was always so kind to me and the others, but her mother don't like that one bit. Still, she sneaks down into the kitchen to keep me company some nights.
Aw.
Even though she's a good soul, I think part of her does it just to spite her mother.
Are you the only remaining servant here?
No, there's another one, Marcel. He's the new gardener. I haven't seen him in a few days, though. Not since before Madame's incident.
Oh.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
We gotta find
You're
Marcel.
welcome. Now, please, let me get back to work.
No problem. You do you, lady. Now, we gotta find Marcel. Where the hell would Marcel be? Let's go upstairs.
A horrible little porcelain figure.
No. Anything?
Locked. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. They're all empty. How unusual.
Not to mention disappointing.
I agree.
I've never seen so many beauty products together in one. I've never.
Oops. Those are all empty. There should be a key somewhere.
Juliet really likes plants and flowers, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. He doesn't like that kind of bed. So we're missing. Do we have any keys? No. Okay. We have tweezers. Useful tool for reaching things too small for human hands to reach, or for plucking those pesky long eyebrows. Huh. Weird. Well, we already played with her underwear the last time we were here, and that's how we found the key before. Because we were in here.
Nothing else of interest in there.
Nope.
Seems Madame Dupre fancies herself a poet.
Really?
Well, that was life-changing.
For once in my life, I'm completely speechless.
Then perhaps I should take this with me and read it more often.
Nah. Achievement unlocked. Don't quit your day job.
Doesn't appear to be very brief if there's 2 volumes of it. Wonder if anyone outside the family would find this even remotely interesting. One of those melodramatic. Now that one sounds interesting. Doesn't appear to... I don't even want to know it. I read that one. Choice and consequence.
And there's nothing else we could do here. Like, you know, grab a book or move a book or punch a book or kick a book. Damn. See, and I still think that this has something to do with it, but it's just the scale. So I don't really know what. Because in this room here, there's a piano. And we did this last time because there was things to do.
Science of pharma.
And we did everything we could do.
Is this really the best? What in the ether is that thing supposed to be? Actually...
Huh. Yeah, nothing here. I already found it though, Joe. I already did that.
Why would anyone need so many flowers in one room?
Perhaps it's to mask the odors of those chemicals on the workstation.
Could be. Yeah, it must be a nice place to sit. I don't know much about art, but I see Madame Dupre and I at least have similar tastes.
Huh.
Nice bouquet of roses, although it would make...
If only.
This is always my favorite part of detective work.
Okay, apparently I didn't do this before.
Nothing inside but a bunch of extra doilies.
Damn it.
How disappointing. Maybe you should steal one, just to spite Madame Dupre for not giving us any good clues.
No, Bill.
You're no fun, Miles.
Okay, so there's nowhere else we could go, nothing else we could do. Picture. Toss to the parrot.
Polly, want a cracker?
No, thank you. Rock.
Pieces of 8?
Aye, matey. Rock.
Who's a pretty bird?
Rock. Ray's a pretty bird.
Polly, want a cracker?
No.
So...
Rock.
Bye-bye. And nothing else to do.
Do you suppose that's for the bird? Or perhaps so the Dupre family members can get a good look at themselves on the way out of the house? As amusing as it is... Some kind of... Yeah, it looks like... it's time...
I don't think she'll talk to
Stick
us
around.
anymore, but...
I may have more questions.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Alright.
Judging by the amount of food that...
Need to feed what? Yeah, but I can't check any of my inventory or anything. And if it doesn't give me an option to do it, then I can't do anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
With her vast sums of wealth, Madame Dupre could probably feed a starving family for the next 30 years. Instead, this fountain is an angel. This would probably... This quack has a... Her eyes are glazed. If we didn't know she... With her vast...
all right. There's nothing I could do in the kitchen, though. I don't think she'll let me talk to her anymore, but we'll try her one more time as well.
She's busy. That's not to...
Okay, I think we only have one thing left to do. Talk to her and accuse
Can we talk?
whoever.
I think I'm ready to wrap this case up.
Okay, who's your prime suspect?
I'm afraid it really was Albert Martin.
What? Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. I tried speaking to his mother about their practices, and she threw me out. I also found a torn piece of a letter from Madame Dupre, threatening him if he ever got near her daughter. Not only that, the family doctor said the cause of Dupre's condition was poison, a method used by dark magic cults. Seems like sufficient means and motive to me.
And you're absolutely sure you found no other possible suspects?
Nope.
I'm sorry, Upton. I know you thought he was innocent, but the facts are the facts.
I suppose they are. All right, Fordham. Then I have no choice but to drop this investigation. Unfortunately, this also means I can't get you any compensation for your work.
That's
okay.
all right, Upton. Perhaps on the next one.
Indeed. For now, go home to your wife. I'm sure I'll have something else for you to look into fairly soon.
Achievement
Addie,
unlocked.
I'm
Occam's
home.
razor.
Addie?
She must still be out at her hairdressing appointment. I'm glad we're alone because I wanted to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Bill, I know. I told you I'm doing my best to try and find the flower shop burglar.
No, for once, this isn't about him. This is about you.
Alright, and we're gonna find out what it is about me in the next episode. It wasn't Andrew. Honestly, I think it was the daughter. Because she is the one that had all the means to do it, but he's the only suspect that I could do because I found out information after the fact that I could have used beforehand. Totally wasn't Andrew. Andrew wasn't capable of doing that, and he was his mother's favorite, so he had no reason to do so. The daughter, on the other hand, hated her mom for everything she ever did. She abused the servants. She spited her mom talking to the kitchen staff. She hated the fact that she was dating the help at the university. There were so many reasons for her to be able to do it. That's who I would have pinned it on. The information I found out was we could have used that there's someone getting mugged at the front. We could have talked to the police officer at the cemetery, gotten into the tomb. Potentially could have swayed the vote a little bit different. Also with the daughter, we could have changed the outcome by being not so honest with her, and then also change the outcome potentially again by talking to the lady and not pressing the issue with her backdoor action. So anyways, I'm going to call the episode here. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.